Hi, I am Daniel, and I am reviewing Phineas and Ferb, the movie, Candace Against the Universe. So when the trailer came out, I thought it looked really good. But how did it do on the scale of revealing too much of the movie? In the first half an hour, I felt like I saw too much of it, and I wasn't used to it being paced that way. But it wasn't a problem after that, for the most part. And they kept the yacht secret like Perry's role and the plot as to what the aliens were doing. The start off, the animation is great and a big improvement of the show, even though it is hard to get used to at first. However, the facial expressions seem less expressive compared to the usual. The story has been done before in the episode Unfair Science Redux and in the Mario Murphy's Law Season 2 finale. The story is not bad because it foreshadows things well, but its similarities to them two episodes weakens it a lot. The comedy was also mixed. It had some very funny moments, but also a lot of unfunny moments, which is disappointing because the comedy is usually the best part of Phineas and Ferb. It also references some pop culture that might have not happened yet, considering when the show is meant to take place. The old characters feel the same as they were in the show. The only ones who are yacht development are Phineas, Candace, and kind of Ferb. And the other ones are running jokes, but I don't think that is a bad thing. I like Buford's running thing with the canoe and its conclusion. Perry, the best character who I was scared would barely appear, got enough screen time and had a good side story. However, none of the new characters are particularly interesting. Now, the songs are decent but not up to the show's usual standard. The best songs are Adulting, Us Against the Universe, and Such a Beautiful Day, which is my favourite song, but that might just be because I've listened to it more times. The best song on the soundtrack itself is Chop Away at My Heart, but that doesn't really count as an original song. The movie also has some emotional moments that I really like and fit in well. And the climax is great and the best part of the movie in my opinion. Something else I should mention is that the first half of this movie is weak. Partly because of the trailer thing, but it's also the half of the film that has the higher percentage of unfunny jokes, but the second half is a lot better. In conclusion, Across the Second Dimension is way better in almost every way. The song, story, and even the climax, which I really like, was still done better in the first film. I would also recommend Across the Second Dimension to a non-Phineas and Ferb fan, which I can't say about Candace Against the Universe, because part of the enjoyment are all the references. It is quite obvious in writing that it has been 5 years since they wrote anything Phineas and Ferb. This film is still a solid 8 out of 10, but the recommendation is only depends. It is close to a would recommend, but I only recommend this to fans of the franchise, both hardcore and mild fans. It is still far better than the other two initial impressions so far though. The end.